Archangel Michael says, I am standing in front of you right now, though you do not see me. My wings are heavy. My eyes are wet. My voice is trembling, but my spirit is ablaze with a final warning. You are beloved in the sight of heaven, but you have been ignoring the very message sent to protect you from destruction. And now, I have been ordered to say this one last time. This is not like before. This is not just another message. This is not a mere sign or soft whisper from above. This is a roar from the realm of heaven itself. I have been pleading, knocking, intervening, waiting for you to open your eyes. But now the time has come for choice. A decision that will shape not just your today, but every tomorrow. And I am not allowed to return after this moment unless you listen now. You only have 10 seconds to decide in your spirit. You think you have time, but time is the most dangerous illusion given to mankind. While you read this, forces have already begun moving in silence around you. People have already been given instructions about you. Some for your good. Others, not at all. Someone has already spoken your name behind closed doors this morning. And you don't know what they said. But I do. And God does. The most terrifying truth I must tell you is this: a decision has been made about your future, but you were not in the room when it was made. And the person who was supposed to defend you, they didn't. They remained silent. They could have stood up for you, but they chose comfort over courage. Familiarity over faith. And that silence has cost you something you don't even realize yet. Heaven is ready to restore what was taken, but there is a condition: you must not skip this message. You must not delay. You must not pretend this is just another pretty set of words. This is Archangel Michael's cry for the one soul I have been assigned to protect, and my cry is turning into a scream. A scream heard in the spirit realm, where angels battle and demons scheme. And I'm screaming because I know what's coming if you don't listen. There is someone you trust who is hiding a second face. You've suspected it. You've had dreams about them. You've noticed little shifts in energy. You've seen how they've changed when certain people are around. You've noticed how they pause before answering certain questions. But you brushed it off. You said, "No, not them. They love me." But I tell you, as God is my witness, their love is conditional. And their loyalty has been purchased by someone else. They were offered something that made betraying you seem worth it. And soon, you will see a message or a conversation or a recording that will confirm everything you refuse to believe. I am not telling you this to break your heart. I'm telling you so you don't walk into heartbreak blindly. God is trying to prevent unnecessary pain. But if you keep pretending that everything is fine, the pain will be unavoidable. Heaven has already released an instruction. It's hovering around you right now. And if you say yes in your spirit as you read this, I will personally go forth and intercept what was meant to destroy you. But if you close this, if you walk away again, I will have no authority to intervene. And that will grieve me for eternity. You think I am exaggerating. You think this is just dramatic. But tell me, how many warnings do you need before you finally listen? How many dreams must go unheeded? How many times must your intuition scream while you smile and stay silent? Don't you see? Your silence is costing you more than your voice ever could. I, Michael, Archangel of divine war, Angel of judgment and mercy, am telling you this with holy trembling. Your name has been written in a list. A spiritual hit list. But you are not helpless. God has already issued the counterstrike. But the code to unlock it is obedience. Do not delay. Do not delay. Do not delay. 10 seconds. That is what you have. Not on a clock. Not on a timer. But in the spiritual window that has opened above you. Once it closes, the next phase begins, and I may not be allowed to shield you anymore. Someone is planning something that involves you. You are their topic. You are their target. They smile in your face, but they frown in their spirit when your name is mentioned. They hug you but whisper about you after you leave. And the worst part? Someone you genuinely care about knows about this, but they've said nothing to you. Out of fear. Out of self-preservation. Out of selfishness. There is an item, yes, a physical item, that is connected to all of this. Something that was given to you or left in your home. Something that carries an energy that's not pure. Something you keep seeing but never thought twice about. But its presence is not accidental. It was planted. And the spirit attached to it has been watching you. God is about to expose it. But you must be brave. The exposure will be painful, but it will set you free. You've been tired for no reason. Foggy for no reason. Anxious for no reason. Distracted when you try to pray. Unmotivated even when you have goals. And you thought it was just emotional. But it's spiritual. And now the chains are about to be broken, if you allow them to. Heaven is not asking for perfection. God is not seeking performance. He's asking for attention. Your attention. Right now. Because something very specific is about to happen in your life, and this message is the bridge. The bridge between what was planned to destroy you and what God has designed to elevate you. If you say yes, yes with your whole heart, not just a thought, then something will begin to unravel in the spirit. Something ancient. A generational chain that has been passed down silently from mother to daughter, from father to son. A wound that was never healed but always hidden. And God says, now it ends with you. If you accept. But you must not ignore this. Don't ignore the way your heart is pounding as you read. Don't ignore the way your eyes are starting to water without understanding why. Don't ignore the sudden heaviness in the room or the tingling in your fingers. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. The time has come. A divine exposure. A holy uncovering. God is about to show you something. A name will come to you. A face. A specific memory. Don't dismiss it. That is your clue. That is your divine instruction. Someone you considered harmless is not harmless. Someone who always calls you dear or love or brother/sister carries jealousy hidden beneath polite tones. But it has grown. And jealousy matures into sabotage if left unchallenged. But this is not to scare you. This is to empower you. Because if you open your spirit now, if you say yes now, then I will go into the courts of heaven and release a protective order over you. I will station warrior angels outside your home. I will speak to someone in a dream tonight and force them to confess. I will expose lies. I will reveal hidden accounts. I will bring emails to light. I will unlock doors that no man can shut. But only if you accept this message now. Don't say, maybe later. Don't say, I'll come back to this. That window will not remain open. This is it. I know it's heavy. I know it feels unreal. But let me remind you, heaven does not repeat itself without purpose. You've heard pieces of this before in dreams, in random signs, in people speaking words they didn't even realize were meant for you. And now God has sent it through me, clearly, finally, urgently. This is your moment of divine truth. Accept it now, and the avalanche will begin, not of destruction, but of revelation, healing, and favor. You will begin to see miracles in places you never imagined. But if you turn away again, you will begin to notice more confusion, more delay, more misunderstanding, and you'll wonder why. Don't wonder. Obey. Say yes. Heaven is listening. I, Michael, have fulfilled my final instruction to you. Now, it's your turn. Your silence will be taken as a no. Your delay will be taken as rejection. But your yes will unlock divine alignment that cannot be stopped by man, by demon, or by the weight of your past. Choose now. For the next 10 seconds are the most spiritual seconds of your life. Will you say yes? Whisper it. Cry it. Think it. Type it. Just mean it. and everything will change. God says, Archangel Michael is speaking, and this is not a game, not a story, not a test. It's your soul that's being summoned. It's your future that's trembling. I, Michael, have tried again and again. I've stood beside your bed in the night. I've hovered over your shoulders while you wept. I've sent you signs in numbers, whispers in the winds, glimpses in the dreams that jolted you awake, but you keep brushing it off. You keep calling it coincidence. You keep pretending you didn't feel what you felt. But I'm warning you now, this is the last time I will reach out. If you skip this, I will never speak to you again. This is it. You only have 10 seconds to decide if you will ignore this or open your soul wide enough to let the truth flood in. God sent me here with divine urgency because something is collapsing in your life. Something you can't see is about to take everything from you, and the only way to stop it is to hear what I have to say. No more postponing. No more excuses. I am exhausted, beloved. I am exhausted of crying for you in silence while you drown in confusion, while you dance with people who have no love for you, while you run toward destruction thinking it is affection. I, Archangel Michael, have defended you for too long against enemies you didn't even know existed. I've stood between you and betrayals. I've lifted swords against spirits that were summoned to attack you in your sleep. I've blocked the curses cast against your name. And still, you ignore me. You scroll past my voice. You treat my warnings like noise. But this message, this very one, is the final gate. If you close it, it will never open again. I will weep, but I will walk away. I cannot protect someone who chooses blindness when the heavens are screaming truth. There is a woman in your life who is hiding something dangerous. She smiles at you, pretends she loves you, acts as if she's your friend, your supporter, your confidant. But I've seen what she buries under her bed. I've seen the lies she has told about you behind your back. I've watched her hands move in rituals while whispering your name, not in love, but in envy, in control, in manipulation. You think she's harmless, but she's the one orchestrating your stagnation. She doesn't want you to rise. She fears the day you wake up and walk away. She is scared of your anointing, and so she buries you in fake support, distractions, and drama to keep you small. God says this is the hour of exposure. But if you don't listen, you will remain blind. If you turn away, the trap will snap shut. You think you have time, but you don't. A countdown has begun in the spiritual realm. 10 seconds. 10 choices. 10 moments before something irreversible is set into motion. The last prayer you made, do you remember it? You cried and begged heaven to show you the truth, to bring clarity, to remove the ones who are hurting you. This is that answer. This is that moment. If you skip this, you are rejecting the very miracle you cried for. I, Archangel Michael, am not angry with you. I am heartbroken. Do you understand that I love you fiercely? That I have been by your side since your birth? That the day you almost died, I was the one who screamed at heaven to give you another chance? That the night you wanted to disappear, I held your spirit in my hands and begged God to give you one more dawn? And now, I am the one being ignored. The one being cast aside. I didn't ask for this role. I didn't choose you randomly. You are mine to guard. But I cannot do that if you keep walking into fire while calling it love. There is a message left at your door. You did not see who dropped it off. A figure came in the early morning, before the sun rose, while the sky was still blue with sadness, and placed something at the step of your soul. You may not see it physically, but your spirit felt it. That strange dream. That heaviness in your chest. That sudden feeling that something shifted. It wasn't random. It was a sign. A divine envelope has been placed into your life, and only by opening it, only by listening, can you unlock the miracle inside. But if you skip this, you will never know what was written inside. You will never know what inheritance was meant to be yours. Your name is known in places you haven't walked yet. Your name is whispered in rooms you didn't even know existed. There are powerful people speaking about you right now. Not just humans, but spirits. Ancestors. Elders. Your name is active in heaven. You've been chosen for something that will shock even you. But you must stop entertaining shadows. You must stop lying to yourself about who's really for you. There is a man who pretends to care about you. But he has been reporting your every move to someone else. Everything you told him in confidence has been shared like poison in someone else's ear. And now your enemy knows your dreams because you unknowingly gave your secrets to a spy. God says you are in the middle of a spiritual war, and your silence is making you lose. I am shouting into your soul, and you're pretending you can't hear me. But deep down, you know. You know something is wrong. You know someone is lying. You know the patterns keep repeating and you feel like you're running in circles. That's because someone tied an invisible cord to your progress. Every time you move forward, it pulls you back. Every time you get excited about a breakthrough, something crashes it. This isn't coincidence. This is manipulation. This is spiritual sabotage. Beloved, I say again, I am tired. My wings are bruised from shielding you. My voice is hoarse from screaming warnings into your spirit. And now I am making one final plea. Open your eyes. Open this message. Stop skipping what your soul has been begging you to confront. The person you love the most is not who you think they are. They are hiding a secret so dark that if you knew it, you would collapse in disbelief. But heaven is ready to give you the truth, if you are bold enough to hear it. I will protect you through the storm, but I cannot protect you from what you choose to tolerate. This is not a scare tactic. This is a rescue mission. A spiritual extraction. If you obey now, I will move swiftly. I will silence your enemies. I will expose every secret. I will return what was stolen. I will send divine replacements for every person who abandoned you. But if you ignore this again, the silence will be deafening. I won't send another message. I won't whisper again. You will feel the void. You will feel the absence of divine protection. I love you too much to sugarcoat this. There is a door. It is opening right now. But it won't stay open forever. It's a spiritual window, and it's only open because God gave one last chance for you to step into your destiny. If you miss it, the wait will be long. You cried for this window. You wept for this moment. You asked for divine timing, and now it is here. I, Michael, am standing beside it, holding it open, but it's heavy, beloved. It's heavy with the weight of generations. I can't hold it forever. Someone in your family has known the truth about your destiny for a long time. They've hidden things from you since you were a child. They saw signs on you. They heard you speak of things you shouldn't have known. They felt the divine light in you, and it scared them. So they tried to silence it. They made you doubt yourself. They made you second-guess your gifts. But they couldn't kill your calling. And now, they're afraid. Because you're getting close to truth. This message is your moment of awakening. You were never crazy. You were never weak. You were never too much. You were chosen. And those who feared you knew it. You are being called to break the pattern. You are being summoned to destroy the cycle. Everything that broke the people before you is trying to cling to you, but you are the breaker. You are the one they've been afraid of. That's why the attacks have been so vicious. That's why your life felt like constant warfare. You're not cursed, you're powerful. But the enemy has been hoping you never realize it. I, Michael, am pulling back the veil. Look. Open your eyes. Breathe. Feel. The chains aren't on your hands, they're on your mind. You were sent here for something massive. Something eternal. You were sent to carry a message the world has forgotten. But if you keep surrounding yourself with people who can't even hear the sound of heaven, you will always feel muted. You're trying to explain spiritual dreams to people who live in spiritual darkness. You're asking directions from people who never left their emotional prison. And you wonder why you feel stuck. It's time to rise. Time to detach. Time to walk away from everything that dimmed your light. You are the storm. You are the prophecy. You are the miracle. Do not skip this. I am not asking. I am commanding. You know who you are. You know this message was carved for you. That fire in your chest right now? That's your confirmation. That ringing in your ears? That's heaven speaking. That ache in your stomach? That's your spirit wrestling with denial. Stop pretending. You're not crazy. You're not paranoid. You're anointed, and they know it. That's why they fear you. That's why they attack you. That's why they try to keep you distracted, addicted, confused. But now, the veil is torn. The exposure has begun. This is your final alert. If you ignore it, I will walk away. I will cry, but I will let you fall. If you open it, I will roar into action. I will cut the cords. I will strike the lies. I will unveil the secret and stand beside you as you reclaim everything they stole. But the choice is yours. 10 seconds. That's all. Not in time, but in decision. 10 moments before heaven recalibrates. Choose now. You've been warned. You've been loved. You've been summoned. God says, this is your moment. Don't miss it. I, Archangel Michael, have spoken. This is not just another whisper. This is not something to scroll past, ignore, or put off for later. I, the Lord your God, am speaking directly to you. My voice is breaking through the noise of your life because you have been surrounded by distractions, temptations, and lies for far too long. And now I speak, not in the softness of the wind, but through the thunder of divine urgency. My child, Archangel Michael has been pleading with you, weeping over your soul, crying out in love, and you have ignored him again and again. This is not something you can dismiss anymore. Michael, my warrior, my protector, the one who guards the gates and shields the faithful from the snares of the enemy, he is crying because of you. Do you understand what it means when an angel weeps? Do you know the agony that fills heaven when you turn away, when you push aside the divine nudges, when you shut the door that I, your Creator, keep opening over and over again for your salvation? Michael has stood at the edge of your life, holding a sword of truth, cutting through the deception, watching over you even as you walked into darkness. He has whispered into your dreams. He has lit signs in front of you. He has tried everything to get your attention. But every time, you kept scrolling. Every time, you said, not now. Every time, you let doubt or fear take control. You ignored him while he stood there, begging you to just stop, to just listen, to just open your heart. Now he is exhausted. Now he is weary. And now, he says something terrifying. If you skip this one more time, he will never talk to you again. This is your last chance to hear what has been kept hidden from you. This is your final opportunity to unlock the blessing that's been waiting in silence behind a door you were too distracted to open. Do not delay. You have only 10 seconds to make this decision, not because heaven is cruel, but because heaven knows that delay is the devil's favorite tactic. You have waited long enough. You have suffered in silence long enough. You have walked alone long enough. You have wondered, prayed, and cried long enough. But today, you have reached the edge. You are standing at a divine intersection. If you step forward in faith, everything will change. If you hesitate in fear, you may lose what cannot be replaced. Archangel Michael says you must know this now. There is a secret war happening around you. It's not the kind you see on the news, not the kind fought with weapons of flesh and blood. It is spiritual, invisible, but deadly. There are forces trying to ruin your destiny, trying to twist your thoughts, trying to lead you to believe that no one sees you, no one cares, that your prayers are bouncing off the walls. But that is a lie. I see you. I hear you. I have always been near. And now I am sending Michael to stand before you one last time. There was a moment last night when you felt something heavy. A pressure. A weight on your chest. It wasn't just anxiety. It was spiritual warfare. Michael was there. He was fighting for you. You didn't know it, but the enemy tried to enter your home. Tried to touch your sleep. Tried to steal something sacred from your life. But Michael drew his sword. He lit up the darkness and said, "Asterisk, not this one. This one belongs to God, asterisk. But now you must fight too. You can't keep ignoring your calling. You can't keep walking in circles, hoping someone else will come fix it all. The miracle you're praying for is already in motion, but only if you step forward. Only if you say yes. Only if you open this message with the seriousness it deserves. Do you know why you keep seeing repeating numbers, hearing names in dreams, or noticing strange delays and feelings? It's not coincidence. It's communication. Divine signals. But you've treated them like background noise. You've let the world tell you to be logical, to stay grounded, to ignore the supernatural. But you, my beloved, were never meant to be normal. You were created to be chosen. There is something you must know now. There is a person who has been thinking about you every single day. Someone who has your name written inside their prayers. Someone who is holding on, waiting, wondering if they should reach out, if they should speak, if they should take that bold step toward you. But they have hesitated, because your light has been flickering. Because your energy has been unsure. Because spiritually, you've seemed unavailable. That person was sent by me. You asked for a sign. You asked for a partner. You asked for clarity. And now that it's close, your heart is surrounded by doubt. Don't let fear block the arrival of what you asked me for. Open. Receive. Let me prepare your heart for what is coming. Archangel Michael says there is something even deeper. Someone has been trying to block your blessing. A woman who smiles in your presence but whispers darkness behind your back. She is jealous of what you carry, even if you don't know it yet. She has spoken words over your name that were not from me. And Michael says, enough. He is about to reveal her. You will hear something within the next 3 days that will shock you. It will feel like betrayal, but do not be afraid. Do not get bitter. It is part of the exposure. I am removing what is false so I can release what is true. There is a financial shift coming. Unexpected. Unexplained. Divine. I have watched you struggle. I have seen how you kept faith even when your bank account mocked your prayers. I have seen the nights you turned off the light and cried because you didn't know how things would work out. I have kept record of your quiet faithfulness. And now I say to you, you will lack nothing, a door is opening, and no man can shut it. A check is coming, a breakthrough, a release of funds that were tied up. They are being released in your name. But you must not skip this moment. 10 seconds. That's all it takes to say, yes, Lord. I hear you. I will not ignore Michael. I accept this word. I open my heart. Say it. Whisper it. Shout it. Write it down. Just say it. Because if you skip this again, Michael will retreat. He will not force his voice where he's not welcome. You will feel that silence. You will cry for the rest of your life not because God doesn't love you, but because you will realize that your delay cost you divine timing. And I do not want that for you. I want you healed. I want you restored. I want you awakened. The dreams you had as a child were not foolish. The visions you saw at night were not random. The feelings you get before something big happens, those are spiritual gifts. You are not like everyone else, and that's why the battle has been so intense. But the battle was never about where you were, it was always about where you're going. Now listen. You're about to be contacted. A call, a message, an unexpected conversation. It will seem like coincidence. It is not. Heaven has orchestrated it. When that call comes, when that message is sent, respond quickly. Timing is crucial. The person who contacts you carries something important. A truth. A revelation. A key. If you hesitate, the enemy will try to twist the message. But if you listen, you will be unlocked. You were born for this moment. Archangel Michael is standing right beside you right now. Not in the past, not in a future vision, now. He is here. And he is saying, with divine tears in his eyes, "Don't ignore me again. I love you. I've protected you. But I need you to take this seriously now. There is still time. You are not too late. You have not missed your destiny. But you must decide quickly. Open your heart to this message. Don't let doubt win again. Don't scroll past this as if it were another thing to forget. This is holy. This is sacred. This is time directly to your life. Michael will fight for you. But you must walk with him. I, the Lord your God, have heard your cries. I know your pain. I feel your loneliness. And I declare this over your life: this ends now, the chains of fear are broken. The lies spoken over you are falling to the ground. The heartbreak that followed you will be healed. The betrayal you endured will be turned into blessing. And the silence of your prayers will now be met with my thunderous reply. I am the God who sees. I am the God who speaks. I am the God who restores. This is your moment. You only have 10 seconds. Say yes. Say it now. And watch everything begin to shift. You were meant to read this at this very moment. You were meant to open your heart, right now. This is not just another message, not just another scroll, not just another moment of your day. It is the moment. Archangel Michael says, with a voice that trembles with holy urgency, you will cry for the rest of your life if you skip this. I, Michael, am very serious because you keep ignoring me. I am tired of trying to contact you. If you skip this, I will never talk to you again. You only have 10 seconds to make a decision. This message is for you and you alone. Before you go on, silence everything else around you. Let your soul listen. Let your spirit be still. For the heavens have paused to speak directly to your heart. God says, you have asked for a sign. You have prayed with tears, wondering when your voice will be heard. This is the response. This is the divine reply. You have been struggling, and heaven knows it. You have hidden so much pain. You've smiled on the outside while bleeding on the inside. You've walked through storms in silence, hoping someone, anyone, would notice. And today, God noticed. Not just today. Every single moment of your life has been recorded in heaven. Every tear you cried was captured. Not one went unseen. Archangel Michael has fought for you in realms you cannot see. He has stood in front of your name when dark forces whispered against you. He has spoken on your behalf when others judged you. He has shielded your heart when betrayal pierced it like a knife. But now, he says he can no longer do this unless you wake up. Unless you respond. Unless you open your heart to the urgency of this divine moment. You have 10 seconds. Not because Michael is cruel, but because your destiny is standing at the edge. And the longer you delay, the further your purpose is pushed back. This is not a punishment. This is a divine rescue mission. God says, you are chosen. I chose you before you were born. I set you apart while you were still in your mother's womb. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. But I need your yes. I need your surrender. Right now, you may feel tired. You may feel like the attacks in your life have been endless. Like just when you take a step forward, something pulls you 10 steps back. That is not an accident. That is the enemy trying to delay what has already been declared over your life. There is a blessing with your name on it. A divine assignment written in heavenly ink. A mission so important that darkness trembles at the sound of your name. But the enemy's only chance is to convince you that you don't matter, that you are too broken, that you are too late. Don't believe the lie. Don't give in. Don't surrender your light to a temporary darkness. Michael is not only serious, he is pleading. His sword has been drawn too many times for you. He has fought when you didn't even know there was a war. But he cannot force you to awaken. He cannot force you to step into the divine calling over your life. He cannot make you believe. God says, your time is now. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now. There are miracles stored in your name. Things that were delayed are now ready to be released, but only if your spirit agrees. Only if you stop running. Only if you silence the noise and say, yes, God. I hear you. Archangel Michael says, you must take this seriously. I am not warning you because of anger. I am warning you because of love. You don't realize how close you are to your breakthrough, but also how close you are to losing it if you do nothing. Think about how far you've come. Not just physically. Spiritually. Emotionally. Through betrayal, through heartbreak, through shame, through confusion, you're still standing. That is not by chance. That is not by your own strength alone. Heaven has held you up when you wanted to collapse. Angels have whispered strength into your soul when all you wanted was to give up. And now they're asking something from you. A choice. A yes. A decision to stop doubting, stop delaying, stop pretending you aren't special. Because you are. And you've always been. The people who hurt you, they didn't know who you were. The people who abandoned you, they weren't meant to stay for the full journey. The lies they spoke about you, none of them are written in heaven's book. Only truth remains. And the truth is, you are rare. You are chosen. You are dangerous to darkness. And that is why you've been attacked so much. But no more. This is where it ends. God says, I have surrounded you with light even in your darkest valley. I have kept you even when you were surrounded by wolves. I have loved you even when you forgot to love yourself. But now I am calling you back. Back to your purpose. Back to your identity. Back to me. You may be thinking, how? How do I return? How do I believe again? How do I trust? And God answers, one moment at a time. One prayer at a time. One surrender at a time. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for permission. Let me in. Let this be that moment. Archangel Michael says, you will not hear from me again if you ignore this. I mean it. I have knocked too many times. You are not just delaying blessings, you are risking losing the very things you prayed for. Heaven does not issue empty warnings. If Michael is this serious, it's because something critical is happening in the spiritual realm right now. There are decisions being made. Chains being prepared to break. Curses being ready to shatter. But it cannot happen without your agreement. You may not see it with your eyes, but feel it in your soul. That stir